Rhubarb. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Livestream Game Dev Show Needs a Real Name on Sons of Soul Crow's Nest, being made in Unity. How do I sound? Sorry I'm a little late, a few minutes. I was having microphone trouble, but it appears to be working now. At least the level counter is up. The levels on OBS show that it's working, but on my sound card show that it's not, which is reason for concern. Should be seeing some bars there, but I'm not. Although I'm not seeing anything on that, so I don't know who to trust. I did a test recording a minute ago and the sound worked on OBS, so I'm going to assume it's working. Since I've just started, the Restream chat doesn't seem to have connected to anyone who may be out there yet, so I don't know if there's anyone out there to tell me if they can't hear it. I'm going to presume that it works until told differently. So just to recap what we were doing the last day, we were looking at the character pool, which is what we'll be continuing today. So actually I'll show that last. Then we clamped the sizes of the debris that happens when you explode here. Assuming you can see that. Yeah. So some of the bits that were really small would fly off like unrealistically fast, just look wrong, so we clamped them down a bit. We also recorded this here GIF using Screen to GIF free software and gifmaker.me to compile the frames into a GIF. So sort of combined the best of two programs to make this work. And then I used it on Screenshot Saturday to promote the demo again. Speaking of promoting the demo again, you can play the demo for this. Or at least an early demo. It's not like the demo, it's not the only demo there'll ever be probably. But you can play a combat level from RetroNeoGames.com website /SOS Crow's Nest, or just click the big picture on the front of the homepage. You can download a PC version to play. So we made that GIF. We're not going to make GIFs today. I don't know if I'll make more GIFs on stream. I probably will at some stage, but because it's not like there's a huge audience, and hopefully in a few months there'll be a bigger audience and some of them won't have seen it, but you know, there's no need to keep repeating the same stuff on stream. Well, actually there is, because we're making a game. But, you know, to the degree that I can avoid it, I'll try not to repeat myself too much on the stream. What else? Yes, we clamped the character pool. Oh yeah, we didn't do anything else except the character pool, which I'll show you in a sec. In other news, I got the microphone replacement for this arrived, but whenever it comes up to Christmas or my birthday, people who would buy me presents, people who like me. Are you one? My point was that I'm impossible to buy for. Don't worry about it. They're always like, don't buy anything. I need a present idea for you. What do you need? Don't buy it. I'll get it for Christmas. So that tends to be what happens. So I think I'll just, even though I have the mic now, I didn't take it out of the box, so I'll give it to someone that can pay me back for it and then receive it in a couple of weeks. Then I guess start the new year with the less awkward microphone stand that should hopefully sound a bit better as well. I don't think this sounds bad, but I have to get it right up in my face in the way of the camera. Plus it is only a stage mic, it's not, and it's got a huge dent in it as well that you can't see from like rock music. So yeah, new microphone. Also I've said recently that the goal for this month, and I'll be away for a few days at the end of the month, so it might not, so it's not a full month, and probably need to be, I'm aiming for a month. It's the kind of thing that feels like it might take two, but got to design the vertical slice so from the demo that you can play to come back to the carrier and rooms like in Wing Commander which I did show a little bit the last day. Or was it the day before? Or both? I've been showing the rooms a bit. To come back to, you know, a system of rooms like this, like the pilot's bar, and have you know, wall of remembrance and a pilot leaderboard, and you know, fly back into the hangar and talk to the engineer to repair your ship, that kind of thing. Like, this is the in-between missions layer that we're trying to build out. And we won't finish it for the vertical slice, but we do like 3 rooms to represent the fact that there would be 5, 6 rooms. So like, I've been designing off stream, and it's sort of just thinking stuff out. I've been thinking more out than I've been writing down, but sort of got the features that I want to get in. Like, we'll have the character creation, which is what we're going to work on today. Show like a power-up training doctrine unlocks. At the hangar, do something like the briefing room, do something at the pilot bar, do something in bar, yeah, conversation in the bar. Things I need to do to actually make that happen, like have a system for getting to room. The detailed outline I will start soon, and then hopefully finish it soon after. But like, specifically, step by step, what is the player going to do? That'll help focus the building of things a bit better. So just thought I'd share that there. It's an overview of the rooms that I had there as well. Like what the bar is for. What some of the rooms are for. Okay. Hang on a sec. It says that I'm streaming, but on the other monitor, it said I was not streaming. And it said there was sound, and on the other monitor there was not sound. One sec. Okay, I guess I can trust that. Doesn't fill me with confidence, but I'll trust that it's working. I assume you can. I believe that you would have just heard me back from the other window, from the live stream window where I'm watching if it's actually working, and it wasn't, but now it seems to be. We're going to move on quite forcefully and quickly. So the character pool system, I think there's nothing left to say about the notes. These are the notes I'm going over. Showed that. We did that. Now I'll show you the character pool. This is next time. This is what we're doing. So I guess next time becomes last time. Some people use Trello, but like, text stocks are fine. No bugs today. Oh, that's what we did the last time. I can get. Yeah, we did the debris thing and the character pool. So yeah, I meant to get rid of that already. So next time will be Thursday. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We'll see what we're going to do by the end of today, hopefully. Though it is 3.5 days away to that stream, so it could be anything. So let's go. Yeah, the main menu scene. So the character pool is off right now, so I have to turn that button back in to get in and look at it. Button back on, I mean. That is the button, yeah, interactable, and then you'll see down here that'll highlight once I click interactable, right? So now I can play the scene and open the character pool. And it was working fine when we tested it the last day. It was just still had the old font and the old, all this placeholder UI and font. But the character collections shouldn't be the first screen though. Let's try that again. Oh, I think I'm turning it on by accident. I do seem to remember, because I was quite unfamiliar with this last Thursday, because I haven't looked at it in months. So I think to fix it, I must have dragged the wrong button in. So that's the button, and Yeah, okay, so I am manually setting the wrong thing to be on. I think character pool list is what I should have numbered them, probably. I think that's the one I want on. Yeah, okay. So I'll drag character pool list into here. Yeah, something felt wrong the last time, but now I know what it is. This is the middle of the day stream, and I've been streaming at 3 on a Monday and 8 on a Thursday, so I'm definitely noticing. I'm trying to see what times suit people, what people watch from around the world at different times. Some Irish people actually watch during work, which I didn't expect, and then more people I think come in from Twitch in the evening time, because I guess in the afternoon it's like an American afternoon, but like everyone in Australia is definitely in bed by 8 p.m. UTC because it's the middle of the night. And we're turning it on. Okay, so I'm trying to pick a good time, but Thursday I'm definitely sleepier and things make less sense to me in the evening because I've just had dinner and kind of full. I've been working all day, or at least in an ideal situation I've been working all day. Sometimes things happen, like sleeping in, maybe, but that tends to happen if I was up working late, so let's be fair. So now I can go to the character pool, and the active characters is what I want to see. Right, there's no characters here right now. This is the old placeholder art, and so it just generated a name right there, and a call sign, and a second name. And so this is when you get your name in the game, which you just say in the chat, and then we put it in. It's like one of these. There'll be an appearance, which we are now today going to start changing the appearances because I got some of the new art, so we can start doing that. Yeah, so I have to find where to put that stuff, but that's what we're going to do today. I don't think I'll bother changing the UI and the font today, like on stream, because it's just going to be busy work. Won't be educational or entertaining. Yeah, someone said they watched the whole last episode and that it was entertaining, and I was like, great. I thought it might just be, informative for some people, and for me it's just the name out there more often, like better searchability or whatever. Like it can't hurt. I didn't really think it would be entertaining, but although when Flambeer did live stream Nuclear Throne, like that got very entertaining, but I mean they had enough people and they were making a wacky game, like enough people watching in the chat that it got fun and wacky and a lot of back and forth. Whereas oftentimes I'm on my own, and someone's just, I know a few people do watch the video on YouTube later, so, or at least they say they do. Like the view counts go up, but it might just be something that's on in the background. I don't know how much attention they pay. Anyway, that's why I used the word entertaining, because it was on my mind. I'm not entertaining you right now. So let's begin. I'm going to leave this scene for a minute. Let's see. There is a scriptable object that holds like all the character appearances. I believe appearances, right? So the base body, the colors allowed for skin tone, the different nose sprites. And so my old mannequin that I drew was just like this. And then we put a skin tone on it and put eyes and feet and stuff on it. The new one is a lot scarier. Where would that be? Fred's art, characters made. think he called it head. Way scarier. So that's what we're using for the head. So I just have a portrait kind of scene. So here's a dude. And you can see straight away there's a lot more detail to this. So we're coloring, like, let's see, the hair, the eyebrows, and the facial hair. Yeah. Coloring them the one color. I know you could dye your beard differently to your hair and stuff, but it's not something I'm going to get into, I think. So we can right now I can give any color, but we're just going to pick a few colors to flick through, and put them in that character. It was called appearances, the scriptable object. So we just need to find our reds and our browns, blondes, greens, blues, purples, whatever looks nice on the hair. So let's see, something I haven't tried is the skin color, and it'll probably look horrific, because they were rendered, these ones, as like white guy faces instead of being pure white. So I'm not sure how well we can recolor them. So yeah, because every element is different. So what do I need? I need the head, the nose, the cheeks, the ears, and the eyelids to recolor, which gets a bit complicated, but let's try. The head, I'll leave the mouth for a second. The nose, the eyelids, I'm going to say cheeks. So if I recolored all of them, no, the ears and the lips I think I might need. I don't know, this feels wrong. I mean, like, if we were trying to make him more tanned, I think I will need lips. Oh, and I only picked one ear. Here's chin. Well, I'm not using a chin on him right now, but I guess I would want that as well. What was the thing? Lips, which is mouth. Okay, so I can't go any paler than this. He's pretty pale, but I can't get paler than this, I don't think. It's already fully bright, so I can't get paler. I can darken the skin. That's not, well, some of them, it just looks darker. Like, I know the hair color isn't changing, but to me it just looks like he's being put into a darker room. I think just if we had no color on these things, all these elements have been like, here's the white guy version. And it looks good for a white guy, but to recolor them, Jesus, this feels like the most. This is just artistic development, playing with color palettes and stuff. So everything's looking weird and racist right now. Shit. I think the weirder I make it, the weirder I make it, the less offensive it can be. Now he's an alien. That's okay. But I think you're losing detail by darkening it. So we might just... The skin is pre-colored, but the hair worked okay there a minute ago. How do I bring it back? But the facial hair is in as just grayscale, as you can see there, and recoloring that worked pretty well. So I think if we got the skin as grayscale, then we could probably recolor it the way we want it without... might look less weird. Like I can't find any colors that actually look bad with this grayscale. Well, there's a couple. Like really, really vivid blue doesn't really work, because then the shades the shades of dark are lost, but I mean, hair isn't going to get that dark, I don't think. So it'll be... Yeah, look, I'm not the artist, but when it comes into the engine, then I have to start doing stuff with it. So someone else will pick the colors that we will apply to the hair and stuff. For now, we're just going to plug in the new art to the old art. So go back to... Yeah, if I reload the scene, we get rid of all that. Okay. So there's a complication now in that we have 3 different sizes of head. And some of the features, obviously, like I'll have to move the ears depending on the head size. Same thing with the hair. So there will have to be more code coming in. But other things are kind of easy, like the nose changes out easy enough. And then, yeah, don't want to go too far down this list. And then his nose becomes a neck, and that's wrong. But anyway, so we do need some new code, particularly based on the size of the head. Because the old system just used the one avatar. You see, I had body type. There was only the one option. And so everything I had just fit on this one person. I didn't have many options for anything. It was only example. But everything fit along this one circle anyway. So now we need lists. We need to somehow give lists of what works with what and what should be disallowed based on the head. Also, I forgot to point out the layering going on. Unless you notice it yourself, like the neck comes first, it's layer 0. The ears then are the next layer, so that the hair can come over the ears if they want. Like mouth is, I've manually put it to layer 9, so that it's above the cheek stuff. But then the facial hair is above the mouth. So scars are below facial hair, which just makes sense. Eyebrows are pretty high, but that's fine. The eyes are an interesting one. This will look good and then really weird. So the eyes will animate around, like without animating anything else. I'm only animating where this is, and also there'll be a sprite swap to blink. But we can do a lot of expression and make them look pretty alive by moving the eyes around, like rolling the eyes, looking a bit guilty and stuff. But there's a masking problem. Like the eyes, we don't want them to appear outside the whites, including like here, they're half coming through the lower eyelid, and that's just bad. So I'm gonna have to get a shader written, I guess, to mask. There is a UI version of a mask which does. Oh, I got rid of it. Let's just say there's a UI image. Make it that is it? Where is this? So if in the UI system, there's a mask, and you can show the graphic of the mask or not, and then it will hide children to within that size, which I thought would be kind of how I do it, but then there are different problems. Particularly, this doesn't have layering. It layers in like order of, in the hierarchy order. Instead of these, you can manually set layer 9, layer 10. This orders in terms of the hierarchy, but then not even, like the hierarchy can be alphabetical or transform based. And then it might reorder. And the only way to, if something's out of line, the only way to get them is to drag every piece of this. So I've like 14 and a few subs. Like I'll definitely have like 20 pieces. And I'll be dragging them back on one at a time when I want to change anything in order. So it's going to be very unwieldy to work with. But here you can see that the eyes don't render outside the eye whites because the mask is keeping them only rendering under the mask. But there isn't a version of that by default in Unity for the sprite renderer. It's only for the canvas-based image, which is annoying. It'd be nice if they had included it once they got the canvas thing, because the image is the same as the sprite renderer in pretty much every respect. I just made him cross-eyed. Oh, what did I do to do that? Preserve aspect is what I did. Okay. Oh yeah, it was a bit stretched out. So if I preserve aspect on both of them should be fine. Kind of. This is messing now. Let's stop doing this. But yeah, this is what I want for the eyes. But I don't got it. I was working a bit with shaders over the weekend because I don't know as much as I'd like to know about them. It's a whole different language to write your own. What did I put the shader on? Yeah, I sort of redid how that static effect was working in the demo. There, I needed a directional light to use transparent diffuse. Transparent shader required that there was a light in the scene, and we don't have lights in this. I didn't want to bring it in case it affects anything at any stage. Also, it's just more calculations we don't need. So it's probably unfair to say that I wrote a shader. I hacked one into doing what I wanted by just changing a couple of lines. So the effect, we already had the effect down here. It's static effect, but it required a directional light, so I took out lighting because the transparent diffuse shader. Is that the right quad? No. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so we needed that texture, but also to have alpha on it. So it was easy to get it looking like that. Like the top one there, where it's totally not see-through. But to have alpha on it was quite difficult. Or at least that required the custom shader, because I wanted to have a texture and a color and alpha. And it had to be a texture so that I could do this offset thing, which gives it its moving static effect. So I needed to be able to tile it, so it needed to be a texture, not a sprite. I needed to be able to color it, and I needed to be able to alpha it. And none of the Unity shaders could do that, so I had to just cobble two together. So I learned a bit, but not enough to make the shader that I want for the eyes straight away, so I might leave that till next weekend. It's just stressful to do something you don't know how to do in the day. You just take up the whole day. So I'd like to leave it to a day I have off, sort of, and work on the day off, and then not stress that I wasn't getting weekly work done. Because it's not urgent. Well, it's going to be part of the vertical slice, so it's a little urgent, but not like today urgent. All right, so let's finally start swapping out the old art for new art. So we have this avatar for the scene. Right. And they have a person thing, game object, I guess, and it holds the body, and the body holds the sprite for the mannequin, and it holds the clothes. Actually, yeah, clothes is something we don't have on the new one. The clothes are sort of on the body. But we'll get to having there's one for spacesuit anyway. The clothes. Oh yeah, here it is. Clothes spacesuit goes on, and the clothes part comes off. so you don't see the shoulders. So there are some differences in what we had and what we will have. Now I've already set all that up, so I'm going to copy what I had in the other scene and bring it in as this person. Character. Person 2, I'm just going to Control C, copy that. No. Okay. So where's the camera? Okay, the camera is on top of the old person. There's no script on it keeping it there, I guess. It's just, yeah, it's just because it's at 0, 0. Because I've made it a child, the scale has gone down to a quarter scale, so obviously the sizes of these are quite different. Not sure what size I really want it to be. It doesn't quite matter. But let's see. There's somewhere, something that I don't remember obviously has to have a reference to every body part. Okay, here it is. So this avatar has, the avatar is what I call the avatar. That's why it's called that. So I'm gonna have to change the references to what I want them to be. We might need some new ones. I need some old ones. I guess I'll turn off the old person, but I'm gonna need a spacesuit and clothes and helmet. I think those are the things I don't have on the new person. So I'm just gonna keep them as dummy things. So I'll need a reference to them, but do nothing with them, if you follow me. So why is that background texture there? I really haven't figured that out. But it hasn't ruined anything on me yet. Okay. Body is going to be... Actually, there's a neck as well. So my old avatar combined what is now separated into the neck and the head. So we're going to need... Oh, shit. Making any changes is a big deal. Here's the character script. Let's see. Body. The reason it's a big deal is for saving. So I demonstrated last week that you can save characters out and like import them back in, like email the file to your friends and they can import your characters into their game. All good features, but it's saving them. There's a lot of references, and the order of things when you load them back in is really important. Get appearance by seed. Sure. Again, this is unfamiliar to me. Well, I wrote it, but it's not recently familiar to me at all. It's easily 9 months since I wrote this. Generate random new appearance. So when we save out the character, we save just a string, like 0, 1, 4, 3, like it's body type 0, facial type 1, or specifically it's gender 0, body 1, skin color 4, I said, didn't I? So we got to keep the order correct. So now if I change, I am going to change, but I have to nail down exactly where I need to make all the other changes, which I guess I didn't comment as nicely as I would like to, but I did at least put this 4 seed in everywhere. But it's somewhere else as well. Is there an avatar script? What scripts are on the thing? Character script on him. Character pool script. In the menus list, character pool. Character pool entry, character pool group entry. Well, better look at all of them. Hopefully I don't need to change stuff everywhere. Get rid of what I don't need here. Okay, character pool. So what's on this? Character pool entry has a character ID. Yeah, actually I'm not even sure this needed to be a mono behavior. I'm going to leave it. Maybe it did. But there's not much to it. And there's not much to this, I think. So character pool has import, export commands. That's going to be important to look at. Oh, that's a few references. Okay, so when we're populating, oh yeah, import is if you're bringing in like your friends' characters or characters you've backed up, and exporting is, it's going to display the list in a very similar way. Like I said, I'm just trying to hunt down the places where if I don't change them all at the same time, there'll be bugs. And if it's it's a relatively complex system, like for saving and loading data, it's not complex, but compared to what I'm normally doing, it's good to immerse yourself in it and get the work done in one go, so you don't have to re-immerse yourself in it like I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to get my water without having to reach around the microphone stand. Actually, I'm going to move that. And now it's over there. So we're using 4 seed in here. Okay, we are, yeah. Okay, that's matching up with what I expected. I said it was in a couple of other places, so 4 seed is twice in character and twice in character pool. So it's the order that's really important. So I'm hoping that I can just save, or I can do each change like in 4 places at once and stay correct. Because there will be changes, and immediately we have to change body to, I guess, body and head, like 2 different things. And then head type has its own challenges because certain sets of features only fit head A, certain sets of features like the nose, the hair only fits head A, and then different hair for B and C. But the nose fits everybody. So we might need some new lists of compatible things, or we will in some way, excuse me. Alright, so let's I want to check like this is somewhere where I might break everything. So I just want to open GitHub and see that I had made all the prior commits. That there's nothing I'll wreck if I have to revert. Okay. Okay, I've got everything. So we can feel free to break the project and know that we can revert. So that'll be okay. The only change I'll have to make is when I change that button in here. That's easy. Okay. So what do we need? I think the appearances list. Yeah, actually we have to change stuff here too, but it won't be a problem. So this could be another public sprite array for the head type, shape, type. What'll we call it? Head shape. Yeah, I guess I'm using the word shape. Oh no, the shapes are actually for animations though, so I was going to use... Oh yeah, I'm just pluralizing, like to say, like I have mouths, eyes, helmets, so I'm just going to say heads. And in fact, I don't need to overwrite that. I can just have a new appearances. Just going to rename the old appearances old art, but it'll still work for that, sort of. I'll just make that the real appearances. So who references appearances? I think the avatar does. Yeah. Just going to show him the new appearances. Little apprehensive. Is there any appearances in here? No, we're okay in here. The character pool script and the list of appearances, and then the avatar's references are the places we're changing stuff. So actually I'm going to put the old art back in. Let's save this. Actually I'll save it, as it worked in the olden days. So the olden days, half an hour ago. So could I? Yeah, okay. So it all worked. All right. So I just want to do a GitHub commit. With this as it is, like, so where I know it worked, and I'm at the last step before changing. So it did make a couple of changes. And it brings me, if we do break it, there's a few things I just did that'll be handy not to have to redo. I really could break it quite badly because it could happen. It's just more likely to happen than with anything else we do. Or at least I'm more apprehensive because I do a lot less with saving and loading, and it's based on strings, which... Like, I don't know much about saving or loading. This is my first game, so I've never had to save game state info. Other than simple stuff like player prefs, which you tend to use if you're just doing a game jam. Don't get too complicated. Okay, sorry, so I gotta name this. Let's do the notes for the GitHub commit. Okay, actually, before I do the commit, there is one more job we can do without, like, this won't break anything. So I just want to have it done before I do the commit. Okay, so the base body will be, what do you call it? I think it was neck. Yeah. So the male neck, and there's a female neck. Or is it? Oh no, the sheet's... Oh, the sheet is named male neck, but there's a female neck in there with it. Alright, so that's the male one. There are two. Okay, second one is female. So we're just going to go through this and get references to the new art. So heads is brand new. There's fungus heads. If you can see the small thumbnail, these are just from fungus. I think the bear is also from fungus. Yeah, I can see the name there. Okay, but these are the heads we're talking about. It's handy if you're going through lists of sprites to put one in, then say the size is now 2 or 3 or however many you need. So instead of having to, when you go in to change the next one to just be the next one down the list, you just click on it and press it down, or click on the circle and press it down, instead of having to go, like, if I'm making a new one and it's blank. Okay, look, if it's blank, actually I'll show you on the next one. Skin tones are fine, noses. So if they were all blank, then you'd have to search the word like heads on all of them, and then sometimes you could have lots of the word you're looking for, like eyes. There might be a lot of eyes, and there might be types of enemy alien eyes or all sorts of stuff. So I'm just going to make that one. Now I'm going to make it, did we have 6? Oh, we've actually 7, because it includes 0. So 0, 1, 2 noses, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so now the noses are in. Mouths. We do have a problem with mouths at the moment, in that they're coming in a little blurry and they're not lined up to where they ought to be, but let's just do it. Portrait, male, mouth. Jeez, do we really have that many? Oh yeah, we did. We had 18 mouths. I think the first 4 were not, or maybe 5. I'm gonna have to open that up. Ooh, zoom in. Okay, so the first few are for speaking. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the rest are just closed mouths of different lip sizes and smirks and. Yeah, okay. Oh, that one, I guess it's just a cheesy grin rather than a speaky mouth. Fred did say he'd put all the speaking mouths at the start of the sprite sheet. So I'm going to say the first 5 are for speaking, or like reactions, like getting hit and they go stuff like that. So where were we on the mouths? I've got to really move all this stuff. Oh no, I've already done that. Yeah, okay. I thought I had a load of loose icons under images, just making the project view really long, but I don't. Okay, so there were 18 total. That's actually the 6th one. So am I saying that we have 12? Let's see if we run out. Ten, 11, 12. If you're hoping to learn about my specific character system, then maybe keep watching, or like go on Facebook while I'm filling these in, or now I'm speaking to anyone watching a video later. Sorry, because there's still no one in the chat today. Slow day for this. But if you want to learn Unity stuff and you don't care about my character system, I would say probably skip the next 2 minutes. I do need to add one more. Alright, now get the mouths in. Speaking mouth shapes. Oh, how about that? I already had different arrays for tense. Look at that one. My shitty old art. So that was meant to be if they're hit, they go like, ah. So, okay, I already have some places to put some of those mouths. So I'm going to have a look at them. I guess I'll go through this and figure out which ones look tense. Or which ones are... Speaking was up first, so... I guess the first 4... No, 5. None of them look overly tense. Where are we? Went too far. That looks... That's probably the most tense. Okay, so that's like biting their lip, I think. It's a bit blurry, as I said. They aren't coming in great. Just the mouths in particular. So I'll have to re-import them. But I get the gist. Okay, so speaking... I think tense is just the first one. I thought there were 2. But the first one is the one that looks tense. So back to appearances of the new variety. Speaking mouths is going to be a few. I think 4. No, not that. Oh, where did I change it? Oh, up here. And 5 is closed again. Okay. So that's the speaking mouths. There's a lot to this. Shouting mouths, I don't have any right now, I guess. Suppose the shouting, maybe even the jaw should move, so even though I have a thing in here for it, I might not keep that. Tense mouth was... I don't think I'm... Even if I put something in here, I don't think I was using it, but let's put it in. And here's a further problem, actually. These... I'll point it out in a sec. Eyes, male. Yep. Yeah, here's another place we have a problem. Well, actually no, it's not a problem for the appearance of the script. It's a problem for a different script. So what do we have on this? We have eyes. It's just the whites and the iris and the lids. Yeah, so it's 3 elements. Whereas before I just had basically just had the whites and the lids all together. Also I'm gonna need something. Lids. I'm gonna need blinking ones. Whites, lids, and irises. And eye blinks male. Then I need the same for female. Boy, that just got more complicated. Or... No, actually it didn't. I do have to do a little more, but not much more. And I'll show you why. Oh, a sprite array of the eyes blinking. That's what I don't need anymore, I guess, because I'm pretty sure Fred will have different male and female blinks. Like ones that have, someone with eyelashes, long eyelashes blinks, it looks different to someone else. Let's just prepare it as if that's what's going to happen. We also had eye props, facial features. So we had scars 1 and I don't know if I really want them to have. Why not? Like more customization. Yeah. Clothes, helmet, spacesuit colors. Alright, so I think now I have a place for everything that needs a place. Damn. Stupid. Yeah, so I just erased a few Alright, let's copy this. undo everything, but I'm going to copy it back in soon. Actually, I'll paste it in, comment it out. Because as soon as I save this and go back to Unity, it would because I got rid of certain things like eyes, male. There is no eyes, male anymore. There's different things, and so I've just gotten rid of the old system that worked if I saved that and went back. Ooh, so let's see what's working. Get rid of it. Get rid of that. Does the old system still work? Actually, avatar, what are you looking for? Old art or new art? You're looking for old art, okay. Did I break it? Blinking? No, I think I just about avoided breaking it. Let's see. I would like to have a version where the old system still works. That's very close to being ready to change the new system. Okay. It's looking pretty good. What did I do with the eyes? Oh yeah, the men only had one eyes. For the female I had... This was all placeholder. Yeah, the eyelashes got thicker or thinner. Just because I can't draw but needed stuff to test. Imagine they look like this. God, I hope I never have to make a game without an artist. Okay, so I didn't break it. So I'm gonna keep dragging. I'm gonna keep going down here, dragging in what I can drag in. So this is gonna be misc. But I'm not sure which misc. So which of these miscs are for the eyes? This is actually old man face. That's a beauty spot. Okay, so number 0, 1, 2, and 3 are for the eyes. They don't have legs though. Okay. No. Okay. 0, 1, 2. Let's do that trick. And 3. Okay, so that's the eyes. Facial features were going to be misc. The other ones. I believe there are 4 of them. 0, 1, and 4 and 5. Close. Actually, the base body and the heads. Or I haven't put in the heads yet. The necks. The necks could be what the clothes are. Let's make it 0. Helmets, I don't have any. Spacesuits, I have none. I think I'm gonna have to put them in actually as 1 though and just let it be blank. Otherwise they'll get a null reference or index array out of range. Anywhere else I had 0? Oh, I don't know, maybe there was. Spacesuit colors, that's okay. Unit numbers. Yeah, I'll leave them in. It won't break anything. It just basically used to put the number, whatever wingman number they were, up in front of them. Sometimes. So this is what I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna save it as is. Alright, I have GitHub open on the other window. Commit, sync. Okay. Still no one on chat, sadly. It's a lonely day today. It's funny when I tweet out, try new hashtags and things. You know, like I'm going live in an hour, hashtag Twitch TV host and space games and things like that. And I always get so many retweets from robots and like 4 or 5 likes from people, and then 0 to 1 people in the chat, usually, it seems. But I suppose, as with the blogging that I do on the site, I was doing it for a long time with virtually no readers. You know, actually, I still have virtually no readers, depending on how relative we're talking. A few dozen, but I mean like 0 to 5. Maybe a dozen, because I have... It's getting cold in here. I'm going to put the hood up. But yeah, every time I was about to give up the blog, something good would happen. Like, I did blog on... I never played Doom before last year sometime. So I just... interested in retro shooters and thinking it might make an interesting story to take a first look at Doom 22 years after it had been made, and like, how does it play now if you're used to other shooters? And it was great, is the answer. But John Romero, who made the game, retweeted that tweet, and so suddenly I had like, I don't know, a few thousand views on that blog, and then wrote the next one about something that I thought was more interesting, and it back down to 30. Not 1,000, just 30. So yeah, I'm going to treat this the same, as if there will be times when there's no one watching, but they might watch the videos later, and just treat it like it might pay off. Like, I did eventually get some paid blogging work once. Like, that was recently, so maybe we'll get more. But I wouldn't have got that if I hadn't been on Gamma Sutra and stuff. And so I'm going to trust that something positive also comes out of the live streaming. Because I could do this work quicker if I wasn't explaining things and saying that last week we did this. But just going to treat it like something positive will probably come from it. And if it doesn't, it's not a major waste of time or investment either. Hurts my throat, though, a bit. I'm not used to speaking. I'm getting a lot more croaky. Like, I watched the first blog, and my voice was like, and I don't know, now I'm getting a cold, or I'm just getting used to speaking lower and saving the voice a bit. Don't like my voice, but I watched a clip from the last episode, and it's like, wow, I sound way deeper. Might just be, when you get sexy voice when you have a cold. That might be what's happening. But yeah, that was anecdotal. Hope it was entertaining. Might be too late to say, but I recommend you skip the last 2 minutes if you were only interested in Unity and not my bullshit. So we're getting ready to make changes. So we're gonna get rid of the old stuff, comment in the new stuff, and then save it and go back to Unity. So now we have a few more lists of places to put things. Error. Great. What happened? Oh, yeah, okay. So there will have to be a few changes in the code here as well. More than a few. Now, I said I'd mention it in a sec when it was more visible. With the eyes, we're not in as much trouble. Because... No, that's not it. Where's eyes? Here. Because while we do have 3 different arrays of objects to keep, or actually maybe keep it to 1. You definitely keep it to 1. Just keep it to 1 simply. That only fits with that. This only fits with that. So I don't have to be able to put this eye with that white on this eye shape. It would be wrong. So, very yawny today. Sorry. I had to get up early for me to go to the chiropractor in the morning. But I was still working late. Okay, so if I had 1 array and I'm just always like, for these eyes, if you pick eyes 1, like, or it'd be eyes 0 in the array, then also bring in eyes. It'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go, if you pick 0, then also bring in 1 and bring in 2. And put them under the whites thing and the iris thing. And so when you pick next eyes, don't jump it to the next 1 int, jump it by 3. That should do. And then I could go back to using eyes male and eyes female. Simpler the better. And where do you go? Next eyes. Oh, it's in here. Next facial feature, next hair, next eyes, okay. Int eye. So where do we call that? Oh yeah, this is on a button. So there's probably there's no other references to this. So a Unity button calls this and feeds in int eye. Let's have a look at that. Character pool. Edit. Which one is it under? Oh, it's under. No. Character creation panel, probably. Oh, damn. I want to press play to bring it up so we can see which is which, but I can't play while there's errors. Alright, so that, yeah, it's under here somewhere. So I want to find what's on that eyes button. If I click it would be great. Yeah, good. Oftentimes there's something in the way of the canvas that makes it hard to just click on the right thing, but okay, that worked. Right button, so what does the right button do? It goes character pool, next eyes, and it feeds in 1. So if I fit in 3, yeah, okay. Okay, so we're adding I, or 1, to the array position, then going into the array position. So we were previously adding, just I plus 1. Let's go to the next thing in the array. So it could just feed in 3, and we'll skip to the next I, and then following. So every third I will represent a new set of 3 I pieces. So we're going to go back to using eyes male and eyes female. Although blinks, we'll still have to have blinks. That should get rid of some of them. Oh good, got rid of 12 of them. That's pretty good. So yeah, so I have to feed in, and the left one is going to have to be as well. Oh, what's the left one do? -1. Okay, so it's going to be 3. Left button going to be -3. And that should just... Well, that part should be fine. Okay. I find myself wondering now if the chat's actually connected, but no, I do think it is. It's disconnected sometimes before, but yep, I'm pretty sure that I'm on my own. Sad face. That's okay. We've been talking about that. I don't need this anymore. So when it comes to picking the next eyes, avatar.eyes. Alright, so this is where I have to add things. So I changed stuff in the appearance, which was really just a list of sprites. But the character script is what represents the person, what's on. Well, literally here. The appearances. The eyes, this is not a list of eye sprites like we had a minute ago. This is where those sprites go. And so it's currently set up on the old person, which will turn off, and we'll turn on person 2 now, and they have a weird background still, but okay, so we'll have to change these references, but also where I had eyes before. Now it's time that I need this is where I want to put whites, and so eyes. I'm gonna rename it to eyelids. That's refactored, so it's also been renamed in the character pool. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So it's automatically changed all the... Everywhere I said eyes a minute ago, it's changed it all over the project. Sprite render, eye whites, public sprite renderer, eye irises. Excuse me. Nope, that's not what I needed. So back, I need to save all. Back in. So now I think I'll have to set up another one for scars, second scars. I guess there's a couple I gotta set up. Although actually as well I need facial. Where's the features? Actually, I didn't do one. Prop, like facial props. Did I? I have scars, but... And I have eye props. But I have nothing for facial features like that. Like there's a mole in that list. So I will need facial features. These are like the worry lines are a facial feature. So what should they go next to? I guess the scar would be above anything like worry lines, so we'll put the facial features below that. I wish it would just cop on and say, if it reads 1 as the last number, if it would just say 2 instead of brackets copy. Okay, so... But if I'm going to be kind to my system, I have to rename everything after. I'm gonna be kind to myself, like be kind to my later self. That should be 11. 8, 9, 10. I don't know, 2 10s. So that should be 11. Scars 2 should be 12. Then eyebrows should be 13, I guess. 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I still have 2 11s. Facial features. 8, 9, 10. Then the nose. Then the scars are on top of that. Yeah, that's okay enough. So that'll be 12. That'll be... I'm not even changing the layers right now. I'm just... Yeah, I'm just changing the numbers so that I can think of the layers more easily later if I need to change. Scars 1, where's scars 2? Here you are. So eye props should be 14. Eyebrows was on top of that, so that should be 15. Hair should be 16. Phew, okay. The less of that stuff that I forget, the better. So, eye props, there's 1, yes. Facial feature. Features 1 and 2. Great. Facial features 1. Okay. Okay. Anywhere else that particular thing is wrong? No, I think that's okay. So I'm also going to need... Same as above for... I'll do it later. Features 2. And rename above to be 1. Do that later. Now do we have scars? No, we don't. I don't think we have anything in here for scars. Yeah, we don't. So to do... Actually, it's 2 for scars. I wonder. Oh, yeah. You might, depending on your level or whatever, I'll point it out. If this was being called from script, you could... What might make sense, instead of doing 3 more almost identical things to this, which I will have to do, you might think that you could go put in, something else like a which feature, and then feed in like scars 1 and int 1. Or the next time, if you want to change the beauty spot, then that would be under the list of features 1 change. But when you're calling from a button, let's just prove it's true. You can only call one thing, I'm going to say. There's just been a Unity update, but I heard nothing about a change in that, so... So where's the button for next? I'm gonna have to get rid of these errors as well before anything will happen. Facial features. put in notes of where I'll have to do more work. Let's see. I'm hoping that it's not a case of sometimes when you clear the errors, it realizes that there were way more. Where are we here? Character. Oh, I blink mail. I blinks mail. Whatever. I called it what I called it. I'll stand by it. Right. So in case you forgot, we were trying to just let the code compile so that we could look at a button. Which button that is, I do forget. Character pool, we were looking at next facial feature. So I was only off by one there. Left button, right button. Now it's missing it. Did I rename that? No, I didn't. Okay, but it's lost the reference since I added that string to it, because it changing the arguments it can take is a lot like renaming the thing. You might as well have. It's a different function. So can I find it again though? I think it just won't appear here. What's it called? Next facial feature. Yeah, and it's not here. Because you can't do two arguments through a button, which is a pain. Wonder if it'll find it again. Yep, there it is. And the right button is still working, yeah. Okay, so my point there was that I will have to do out new versions of this that take a single argument, because that argument has to be one. Or remember a minute ago when I changed, or yeah, I did change on the button the 1 to a 3. I couldn't have done that if this wasn't taking in an int. It wasn't actually in the facial feature, but it was on eyes. But in that case, it had to be taking in an int to make that change. But here I could not redo these, although essentially I'm going to have to put in if. I was going to say I could replace the int with a string here, because it's with a scar or a facial feature like a beauty spot. I think I'm just going to allow them on everybody. There won't be a reason to say like skip over a few if you're someone. So I think this can always be 1. So I could hard code int array position plus, it doesn't have to be plus I, I could just say +1. No, I'm wrong. Sorry, because the left button Yeah, I have to keep it as is. Because the left button has to say -1 and the right button has to say +1. So if I hard-coded in a +1, I'd never be able to go back by 1. I'd have to circle the whole way around the list. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely making 3 new functions later. Off stream, probably. So where were we? We were lots of places. I can't really say where we were. What'll we do now? I guess finish filling in the appearances. I guess. And finish the references. Or start and finish the references on the actual avatar. Because now it's pointing to things that it doesn't have anymore. So we'll do that first, actually. Alright, so your body is going to be what I'm calling neck. I'm going to rename that like body bracket shoulders and neck. Just to be clear. So okay. Minimize that person. Avatar. Reference to body is now this body. Eyelids. No, that's ears. Eyelids. Oh, wait, lids, there. Eye whites, this. Eye irises, this. So it's a lot quicker when we have them named properly. And I think I've got them all set up. I think. They're not in order though, actually. I'd like if I'd put them in order. This order is based on what Fred said the layers should be. So this only changed a few days ago. This list was set up months ago. Eyes prop. Here it is, eye props. Facial features 1. This 1. Facial features 2. This one. Nose. Here. Mouth. Here. Eyeballs. Oh yeah, okay. Eyeballs is not actually a sprite, it's a transform, and that was for moving the eyes around. So that is iris. Essentially for script-based animation. I do most of my animations in script. Find you create a lot of mess in the project view with a new animation for every single part of every single thing. I know you can reuse some, but even then you need an override controller, I think. And most annoyingly, I got fed up with the animation with the animator when I was trying to rotate the ship. You know, you see our dodge animation in this game. I'm not going to leave the scene right now, but if you've watched this at all or played the demo or anything like that, or watched any of the GIFs, you'll probably have seen the gold fighter or the blue fighter just rotating 360 like around to do a dodge. But the Unity animator wouldn't do that. It would rotate. You could rotate all the way from 0 up to 359, and then to get that last 1 degree to get to 360, it decides that 360 is equal to 0. It is, like in rotation terms, but it decides to go from 299 to 0, not up to 360, even though I told it 360. So it actually can't complete a circle, it seems. And I spent a long time wrestling with this. I was like, no, it's stupid. It must be me, because maybe it is me, but I seriously am past the point of thinking that it is my fault. And I've found forums who are like, why is it doing this? Why can't I just rotate the full 360? It decides to rotate, most of the way around, and then on one frame, or maybe 2 frames, depending on how fast it was going, it zips back the whole way through the rotation, back the way it came to get to 0. And so you've just screwed up the whole animation in the last frame. And that's the Unity animator. They're always making improvements. This was version 5.2 or something that I did that on, but I didn't hear of any changes to that. And I do at least glance the release notes and look at the update videos. I don't think I missed anything. So I said, all right, well, I can do this in script. And then from there, I was like, actually, using coroutines to animate is so easy in a lot of respects. I don't have any complex animations in this. Like if I were animating 3D moving bodies, and running through walking into running states, yeah, I'd use a Unity animator. But I don't ever want to do that because I suck at art and animation and modeling, and it's just the visuals aren't my area. So hopefully I'll never have to use it. But when I'm just trying to rotate a thing around 360 degrees or slide a door open, I would sooner just use a script. So actually I have one script, Sprite Animator, that does so much stuff for me instead of having like 20 different animations. And it's way quicker to just drop my script on it now that it's written and say, your start position's here, your finish position's here, your time to slide is this much, do it. To open a door in that example that I was thinking of. So yeah, sprite-based animations. There's a coroutine that's like, no, it's not the eyes. Pick the eyes. There's a coroutine I have that says, all right, these are the eyes that I just pulled the reference into. Here, transform. And it's like, look forward. Okay, wait a random number of seconds, like anywhere between half a second and 3, something like that. Now glance at a certain direction, like while they're in the cockpit. So they might glance up to the, not that bad, but they might glance up to the top left and glance back, and then pick over there and glance back. So they're just looking around their cockpit, which gives them a lot more life. I think I have a guilty look script, like where they look down like that. It can easily do a roll your eyes kind of thing, where they'll do this, something like that. So yeah, that's what that's for. I can't go back now without undoing everything, but you would have seen the guy blinking and looking around when we had the character there. I hope you noticed it earlier. You can skip back in the video or the stream to check that out if you want. So, finishing these references. Facial hair. Here it is. Hair. Like the actual hair. Clothes. Crap. I'm not going to name, it has to be the lower thing, obviously. Like if we put a uniform on over this neck or something. But I'm not going to name it 1 and then rename every number again. I'm just going to call it 0.5. I'm cheating. Also, it's pretty much a dummy. There's nothing on it. May never use it, but I do think we'll swap spacesuits for fatigues when they're in the ship. I think. There's also a spacesuit down the bottom now. Alright, close. Helmet. Spacesuit. And the cockpit. Is that... Yeah, that's still correct. Because it's outside of this person and the warp background. Okay. Does everything have a reference now? Spacesuit, helmet. Nah. Hair? Oh yeah, we did get hair. Eyebrows, we didn't have that. Okay. Eye props, we do have. Yeah. And it might be helpful to put them in the right order. Anyway, let's get eyebrows in to here. I do have... Oh, I need eyebrows in both places. Not scars. I wonder, was it eyebrows male and female? It probably is, actually. But on the character, it doesn't. I don't need male and female versions, because like it would swap the female versions into where eyebrows are if there were male on there before. Like, so that doesn't have to be a thing. All right. So now reference to eyebrows. There it is. So really, I should find 0 all the way up to 16 in here, I think. But I definitely don't. What was 1? Ears? Oh yeah, ears is new. Ooh. Boy, there's a lot to do. Oh, so there's that ears prop. Noses, mouths, put it here. Why not? Perfect. Sprite, array, ears. I guess that's going to be male and female as well, probably. We haven't done the female model yet. Model. Model's the wrong word. But I'm just guessing. I have to set up things that need setting up. I did the to-do comment a minute ago. Now I'm just going to put them all here instead. I mean to myself. You don't need to know, but I'll remember that it's to change the ability to change using these buttons. There's a lot. The eyes are set up, but I need to set it up to pick the white, pick the correct white and stuff. Oh boy, there's a lot. Definitely more than one stream's worth. We've got about 10 minutes left. Very stretchy. Oh, there it is. Click in the back. Okay. I'm going to put a comment to this video. We did entirely one type of thing and half a thing, really. Do not recommend to watch. If you read that comment and watched anyway, thanks. If you missed that comment and watched and now you're hearing me say that it was a boring stream, sorry. This is real part of real game development too. I try to say at the start what we'll be doing. Sometimes when it's a bunch of smaller jobs, you can really tear through a good bit of stuff. But you can also just get stuck on one thing, like we did a couple episodes ago. We did solve it before the end, though. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing here, because these are not in order. Maybe I should put them in order. Make it easier. Probably would, actually. So the body is first, but then clothes. Yeah, I'll just move the order of them. I'll move the order of clothes and see does it break references. If it does, it might not be worth doing. But we'll go body, clothes. Please don't lose it. Cool. I thought that might go blank. In which case I'd have to drag things on again. Alright, so if clothes is there, then we're going ears next. Which we don't yet have a reference to, actually, so ears next. Sprite. Now actually, I'm gonna have to do interesting stuff with that. Because ears is two renders, a left and a right. But I don't need to drag both in, I'll just find the component in child, I guess. Yeah. Okay, avatar, drag in the ears. That's one, what's two? Oh, there's no two. What happened there? So we have too many numbers. Doesn't really matter, I'm just trying to keep them in layer order, roughly. So it's easier to find stuff. But okay, the head comes next and the chin. Did I get rid of something? Let me save this. Look at the portrait test scene. What was number 2? Ears. Oh, I didn't even have a number 2 in the test. This was a mistake carried over from the other day. I'm freezing. Okay, back. It's okay, it doesn't really matter. It's a little confusing to look at now, but... Or it's a little imperfect to look at. It's not confusing. I'm smart enough to figure it out. Okay, so after ears comes... head. Did we have the heads in? Oh, we didn't even have the heads in. I guess I haven't gone through this yet. I'm not just missing some, I'm missing the entire rework. Heads. Oh, it's just gonna be head. It's only one head on the body. Then, okay, chin is new. We have eyes. Don't we? Oh yeah, we have 3 different things for eyes. That's okay, so we got head, we got chin next, then we'll do the eyes. Oh, we have the eyes done actually, so that's... Here we go, 0, 0.5, 1, 3, 4. No numbers for the eyes. Then cheeks, I guess, is next. What are the cheeks on here? Oh, that's what they are. If you can see them turning on and off on the... over here. Okay, so cheeks is a thing. Also, I think it's a thing I don't have in the appearances either. Cheek? Nope. No cheek and no chin. Great. Boy. It's turning into a slightly big job. And I still have to change all the font and boxes before this is ready. And then I have to do new logic because it's 3 heads, and I have to bring in female versions of all this stuff, but this is the harder part because I can just drop in the female art once the male art works. I'm so hungry. Okay, good thing it's about time to end the stream. Let's see how far we get. Eyes. So the... Did I add them here? I did add chin. No, I didn't add cheeks though. And mouth. Yeah, we have mouth. So I need in here to get... Oh, I do have chin. And mouth I want to be under chin. Just to help me laying it out. Oh yeah, chin's there. Even though... Oh yeah, chin is before eyes, then mouth wants to be after eyes. Good. Okay, mouth after eyes, and facial features 1 and 2. Which does follow... Well, I want eyes prop further down. That's okay. Nose. No, I want facial hair, then nose. I do have them both, just not in that order. The eyeballs can just go up with the eyes. Keep like with like. Mouth, facial features, facial hair. Mouth. No, mouth. Facial features, facial hair. Followed by nose. Followed by the 2 scars, which I don't yet have. And then eye props. It's gonna be scars 1. Scars 2. Eyes prop came after that, I think. Mouth. Facial features, facial hair, nose. Hair is kind of last. I'll just wait till that finishes circling. Okay, so now it's 3 done. So scars 1 I can drag in now. Scars 2 I can drag in now. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, much nicer. Helmet is there. Spacesuit. Is there anything I'm missing now? Eyebrows, I think. Oh no, we got eyebrows. Okay, so just for the sake of doing something, we play this and just see what, if anything, I can change without breaking everything. Nothing, it would appear. Where's the guy gone? Oh, what's happened to his face? Oh, that's hideous. So the hair obviously is still pointing to the old hair. Same with the nose, mouth, facial hair. Wow. At least the scar is there. And so, okay, if I... Oh yeah, I actually don't have buttons for scar and things. So that's more I gotta do. Gotta put buttons in for all of that stuff. Okay. What can I change? Skin color? No. Is there anything I can change without getting an out of range exception? Oh yeah, because I don't have seed character in it. A string of numbers. Actually, that might be because I started with it open. Let's try. It's probably not though. What the? We've done more to break this than I thought. But that's part of fixing it. This will be the end of the stream, I guess. Why did nothing come up? That time I wanted the error and nothing came up. So the character creation thing should be on now, but doesn't appear to be. No. That should have come on. But it didn't. It did at the start of the stream. It doesn't now. So that's something we broke. Not sure how we broke that. There's a lot of work to do about this. Okay, so I'm gonna end that. I said, you know, maybe next time is gonna be character pool as well. But that is 3.5 days away, and I said that I don't want to dig into this code and get more familiar with it like I have in the last 2 hours. I don't want to leave it alone and for 3 days and forget and sort of start again. I've put in some good comments about like, here's the part where you make sure you do this. But I didn't get all of them. So part of me wants to, I have other stuff to do today and other work I want to get done today. Part of me wants to just keep going with this and be further along by Thursday and not do more of this on Thursday. Or at least if I do more of this, be much further along and do a different element of this. So I think we'll still do the character pool next time, but it'll be just not this exact same stuff. But we should have new art as well, I think. Some. Enough to fix the mouths, hopefully, anyway. We can get them speaking, actually, and rolling the eyes if I can get the shader in the meantime. That might be the week. I might leave that till next weekend, though, as I said. So, okay. No great successes today, no great failures, just slogging through it. Game development. It's not always sexy, but I'll do my best. Double entendre. Something, maybe. Was there a double meaning there? I don't know. I'm more tired than I ought to be for this hour of the day, I guess. So see you on Thursday at 8 p.m. UTC, or I'm talking to no one. There's still no one in the chat, actually. Sad day. I don't think anyone dropped in. So I guess anyone I'm speaking to is watching this on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Consider sharing the video, though I don't know if you'll really have friends who care about what you just watched. Share a different video. Share last week's video. That was better. Anyway, I'll be back on Thursday at 8 if you want to watch live, or, you know, shortly after that, this will be up as a video as well. Bye-bye. Wait, no. There's a hotkey for that. me try to get the hotkey right. This is always my sign off. What was the hotkey? And then when I do know what it is, why didn't it work? Pretend I have a real cool sign outline, and then bye bye.